Welcome back, Internet. We're going to go through this bag. I know you've been salivating for it. I've put out a couple videos by now, including the teaser, and talking about all this extra stuff back here that we're going to try to cram in there. So rather than cram this stuff in here without letting you know what all this stuff is, we're just going to go through all this stuff. And we're going to start with the optional that is not good. The optional, what are we calling this? Shelter module. Yes, that's what this is called. So, this is what we're cramming in here right now. A Harbor Freight 5x7 tarp. Probably got it free. Might have paid $2 and change for it. Normally I mark the stuff, but because it's gonna lose this as soon as I put it in there, I didn't mark it. What we're looking at here is the compression sack for a had a dirty thought. Have to push that out. Focus on my words. Compression sack for a military sleeping system. That's the basis for this. I went with that because I'm familiar with it, I'm comfortable with it, I can clean it, and it wasn't terribly expensive. I think it was $75 for the full sleeping system on eBay. I don't think they offer that deal anymore. It's usually like $150, something like that. But that's what I got in here. So you can see I've got a little bit more than just a sleeping system in there. We'll start with this thing that fell out here. And, yeah, we'll keep it up with the cash discount up here. Like you probably noticed in a bunch of other bags, a bunch of other videos, I like to use Ziploc bags for waterproofing and organization. So what these are is little straps that you can get cheap, straps with buckles. And that's so I can attach this to the bottom of that if I ever need to. But I've got the hand truck, so hopefully I won't have to. We'll start with this orange thing right here. You know what? I'm not going to take it out. Yeah, I'll take it out. Because all you fans love it. So, what we're looking at is an Ozark Trail tent. It's a two-person, they call it a two-person backpacking tent. I'd say this is close to 10 pounds. It's kind of heavy, but it is big enough for me and all my gear and to have space left over. A little bit of space. Like, I used to have dogs, so the idea was, hey, look, me, the dog, and my stuff would fit in here perfect. I got these on clearance at Walmart. I paid $20 a piece for 2 of them. Then I went back and was like, hey, Mr. Walmart guy, what kind of deal can you do me? So I wound up getting a bunch more at $10 a piece. And so, even if this isn't a great tent, I paid, you know, if you average it out, so it was 10 tents at $10 each, and 140 divided by, I don't know. So we're looking at like $12 to $15 average for this. Why 10 tents? Yeah, well, I got one in this bag, I got one in that bag, I got one in each of my caches, and I bought some as presents for people that I am stocking them up with supplies, so that I will be familiar with their gear, even if they aren't. And when it's that cheap, you can do that. So that's my philosophy behind that. I have set it up inside. I'm not going to set it up right now. I think it'll be fine. And I've got plenty of other stuff to improvise stuff if I need to. So I will be okay. Oh. So this is a piece of pretty hard foam. It's kind of like a knee pad meant for a garden area. If I want to sit on something wet, this will save my butt from getting wet. Literally. Got a woobie. This is not one I was issued. This is one I got somewhere cheap. And the knockoff ones are not UV stable. I used this as a curtain for a little while, and you can see the parts that the sun hit it look like desert camo, and the parts that were printed that way look like woodland camo. It's kind of interesting that it fades to desert, but I mean, we can't all be Metallica and fade to black. So yeah, I got a woobie. The other one has an actual military one, and I took this out of the other one for some reason. I think because I put something else in there in its place. So right here I've got 2/3 of a military sleeping system. Got the green, what do they call it, we called it a summer bag when I was in, and then the bivy sack. So this will give me a lot of warmth, plus my clothes, plus I've got 2 big moving blankets in the Jeep in my vehicle next to the bag. Oh, by the way, this is the V bag. This is the number 2 bag. So this will take me down. Oh, and I'll be in a tent. This will take me down to, you know, a lot. At first I wanted to have the black one in there too, but where I live it doesn't really get that cold. If it is that cold, I'm not going to leave the vehicle, or I'll have all this other stuff, including a woobie and clothes and a couple bags, a couple tarps, a couple the shiny blanket things, what are they called? Survival blankets, yes, a couple of those. So, in the off chance I'm actually using all this in the freezing cold in the snow, it'll be probably in the high 20s, maybe in the teens. Between this and a fire, I think I'll be good. But if I ever need to, I do have the black ones somewhere. Alright. Got a military ice on that. Because as you get older, it's no fun sleeping on the ground. I'll probably upgrade it to something better at some point. And then I've got a tarp prolapsing right here. That's what I get for making jokes. These are hair bands. They're black because that's what I had at the time. This is a camo tarp from Harbor Freight. I don't recall the size of it off the top of my head. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the ground cover or the rain fly, but this will be a good ground cover because it's blue, and this will be good camouflage and or rain fly. That's what I'm thinking, because that thing's orange. But I'd have preferred something a little more camouflage, but at $10 to $20 I was like, okay. So I'm just going to stuff this in here and put this all back together. And that's going to be it for this first video. Ha-ha! That's right, I'm going to keep the video short because that's what I'm going to do. Makes more sense that way. Otherwise it'll be like a marathon 12-hour video going through every module on the bag. So each one of these videos, I'm going to make a video on each one of the modules in my system. I can't remember why I took this out of the other one. I think it's because I've got something similar in the vehicle, and therefore I don't need it because it's the vehicle mounted system. Got a lot less space than I thought we did. I'm trying to cram all this stuff in here. It's fun. The good thing is, though, it compresses pretty well. Like I said, in the other one, I somehow managed to cram in 2 tents without realizing it. That was tight. That's what she said. Alright, so managed to get that in there. back in. That's usually the case, though. Sometimes you just gotta work it in. A little bit at a time. Alright, I got it in. Take this out. What is shelter? Shelter brown. I've only got one brown. That one's brown. So I guess we're rolling black. So the good thing about this color scheme is you can find some of the stuff, some of these colors, hairbands. The bad thing is, I guess girls like bright pink colors a lot more than they like some other ones. It's kind of hard to find some of these colors as hairbands. You can probably find it as other stuff like electrical tape and that sort of thing. Alright, these aren't very thick hairbands, so that's probably as much as I can do. There's not much space there. Oh, yep, I can put my arm in there. Put the rest of it in there. Haha! I've seen some videos on the internet that start like this. Don't have anything to do with camping, though. And that came out. That'll be fine. Oh, you know where a good place to put those things would be? In here. There we go. One of the reasons to get mil-spec stuff is you can be tough on it. Because that's really what mil-spec is about. Is, you know, a lot of people fetishize mil-spec is the best possible quality. It's not really about quality. It's about being tough enough to get a bunch of type A male teenagers to be able to bash on your stuff and your stuff still survive and do its intended purpose. That's what mil-spec is about. You know, you can make jokes about each individual branch and how smart or dumb the guys are, because they're mostly guys, but yeah, obviously there's some women there too. You know, late teens, early 20s are the primary people who are using this kind of stuff, military stuff. They don't have a whole lot of experience. You know, they may have someone looking out for them, but it still needs to be tough, because they're not going to care, they're not going to know. So that's why it needs to be tough, and it needs to be interoperable and easy for all the adults to deal with the logistics of it. Those are the prime benefits of mil-spec. Alright, so this wraps up the shelter module. Oh wait, I need to do the other one. Almost wraps up. This one's done. But because I have two bags, where did I even put that other thing? I don't know, brother. I'm going to go find it and put it back. It's always difficult to get the exact same thing everywhere. This is slightly different. I think the other one's a little bit longer, and it's got a colored pattern instead of a texture. But it's pretty much the same thing. Oh, hey, look. This one has mosquito netting. I guess let me go find some mosquito netting. Alright, I'm back. So, one of the benefits of having two kits is you can double check yourself whenever you're adding stuff to it. Like, totally forgot about this mosquito netting. And I knew I had more because I bought several. Not sure why I never made it to that, but that could be a major problem if I was counting on it. As I was looking for mosquito netting, I also found another package of wipes. So, in case it, I didn't add it to that before, that's what I'm going to do. I've also got some laundry bags. If you're not familiar with what a laundry bag is, that's it. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. Did I get these at the Dollar Tree? These look like Walmart brand. But these work great for keeping track of dirty clothes or other stuff. I don't really think there's enough room in the main bags, so for now I'm just going to stick them in here. Alright, so what do we have here? That's a lot more trash bags than I was expecting. Put that there. That's a lot of heavy-duty trash bags. I think it's like 3 or 4. Probably mirror that over there because I only saw 2 rolled up. The other thing I gotta go get. This is folded up a lot different. I'm not gonna be able to roll this one. Where I can stick it. If you got an idea where I can stick it, drop a comment. Well, that's too good, folks. See that even. Surprisingly, that was all in frame. That's very surprising. I wish I had some. Oh, yeah, I do have one of these thick ones. These thick ones would work way better for this. But right now, all I have is these thin ones. Black is also apparently my go-to. If I run out of the other ones, I'll just use black because they're very common. So if I see black hair ties, it's usually not necessarily an indicator of what's going on. Kind of like this blue tarp. I mean, this tarp isn't meant for water, but it's still blue. The color coding is therefore something to strive towards, not something literal all the time. There we go, that worked. That in there. The way I figured, I won't need to worry about laundry unless I've got some of this going on, so now I'm going to go find some of these bags. I'm going to do that before I forget. Alright. And I'm back. We're back. Alright, so these are the bags I normally get. These just happen to be the most common contractor bags around. They're 42 gallon. If I had my preference, I'd get 55 or something bigger. But the marking I had on the other one was like $7 at Big Lots when it's on sale. So it's normally like $8 for a box of these for 20 bags. That's kind of expensive, actually. Didn't really realize that. So, make another one of these. Alright. Oh, hey. I don't have to tear these. That's awesome. See, that works. I believe, based on the thickness, that I've got 3 in there. So we're going to do 3 again and see what that looks like. Good, we're in frame. Now we're kind of in frame. Right. Put this off to the side. Maybe than how I did it before. Hey, that's actually a really good frame. So, maybe I only got 2 in there. That's 1. That's 2. Oh, it looks like 3. So there are videos on the internet, on YouTube and whatnot, talking about what a trash bag is good for as far as survival. That's interesting. Those 4 of these were the that's close enough. You see how it turned out? This new one is slightly longer. There's several videos talking about things you can do with it. So these are an improvisational item. And there's been at least one survival guy that said if they could only take one thing with them into the woods, it would be a contractor bag. So, you know, that kind of tells me they're kind of important. And they don't take up that much space. So, seems like a plan to me. This compresses down pretty good too. Alright. There's the flap. So the way this is supposed to work is you have this flap and it's supposed to cover that up. This way stuff doesn't come out the hole. Kind of like that. There we go. Tuck the string in there, this way it's not hanging out. And bam! This one's done. And now we go back to this. Oh yeah, I gotta do that for the other one too. So we'll do 50 right there. We'll fold this in half. To quote Sandra Bullock, we're going to shovel it right there. Oh boy. Now we got stuff falling out. Throw that in there. So you think this is too much stuff? Or not enough? I doubt anyone's going to say not enough. But if you think it's too much, tell me what you think you'd get rid of and why. I mean, it's good being able to move and everything, but if you can't stay dry and warm, you're not going to be moving. You're going to be dying. I don't mean the metaphorical kind, I mean the literal kind. Alright. That one's finally done. Now, go back to this one. Alright, so I think this wraps up this video. There's some cuts in there, but it looks like it'll be a decent length. You guys were worried about not having enough stuff to watch. Now that I think about it, it actually makes more sense to put it with this rather than the bag, because I really need this if I'm in a position where I'm taking this too. If I'm only able to take just the bag, don't really need that or that. I mean, it would help, but I'll be able to get by without it. So, if you don't like what you saw, say so. If you do like what you saw, feel free to say that too. If you think I'm doing it wrong, tell me how. And this way we'll all learn. Oh, and that wraps up the shelter module for my survival system.